I think one of the main reasons why people might choose to learn a foreign language is because the company that they work for wishes to send some of its employees abroad to work in an overseas branch, and that might bring them many benefits if they know an extra language. Another reason is because somebody wishes to move abroad. Perhaps they're bored of their country and would like to live in another one. And knowing a foreign language will help them to adjust to a new culture, new surroundings, for example. But another one is people often fall in love with someone from a foreign country and they would like to move there to be with their husband or wife. That's another reason as well. I think learning foreign languages in general is quite difficult for most people, but one of the things that makes it very difficult is pronunciation, because not all languages are like English. For an English speaker who goes to China or Thailand, the target language which they want to learn is often a tonal one. So I know that Thai has about 5 tones, and that makes it very difficult. So one word said in different tones can have different meanings. But also the writing system is another thing to consider. For Chinese, they have Chinese characters, which is not like English, which has 26 letters in their alphabet. It takes years and years of practice to learn a complex language like Chinese, which has a very complex writing system. I think that makes it difficult. And another reason why learning another language is difficult is because of the grammar. Not all languages work in the same way. They're not all structured in the same way. And that's what makes it very challenging. Generally speaking, I think younger people learn faster when it comes to learning a foreign language because I have friends who've moved abroad since they were 5 years old. They've moved to England, and listening to them speak now, they sound like native speakers because pronunciation is easier if you're younger. But for other aspects of learning a language like the grammar, things like learning vocabulary, I don't think it matters much whether you're young or old. Nobody is ever too old to learn a foreign language. I think in the future, many people speculate that Chinese will become the most dominant language simply because of the sheer number of speakers of Chinese, but I think this is unlikely for many reasons. One of the reasons is because their writing system is so complex, and most other languages which have an alphabet would find that too difficult. So I think it's likely to be English simply because they have 26 letters and it's easy to spell words in English. So I think most people would like to learn a language which is easier to learn. And also because most of the world's texts on the internet are actually in English at the moment, I believe. And I think this will probably double each year. So I think it's unlikely, but it's not impossible for a language like Chinese to become the dominant language. I believe that language and culture are inseparable, and so they should be taught together. Somebody who goes to work in a foreign country, if they learn the language but they don't learn the culture, there's a danger that they might offend a lot of the local people. So it's very important for them to learn the local culture of the country that they're living in, because it will be easier for them to make friends as well. To pick an example, if somebody was going to do business in a foreign country and they don't learn the culture, they might cause offense during a meeting, and that will make it very hard to do business. So that's one thing to consider. Another is, I think culture and language, they're often taught together in schools anyway, in course books. So there must be a reason why that is. And I think that people will often want to talk about their culture when you learn their language anyway. So they really are inseparable.